for the Empowering You Show. This is a lively television show that is a driving force to positive transformation in every viewer's life. Our goal is simple. It is to elevate our audience members with clear, practical, helpful advice and engaging activities. We're here dedicated to sparking a journey of self-growth and empowerment, making sure each episode is a step toward professional and personal achievement. That's how we empower you on the Empowering You Show. So get ready, it's time. Yes, it's time again for the Empowering You Show. I'm so happy you're here with us today. We have some phenomenal information that we want to share with you today. But before I do that, let me tell you why we do the Empowering You Show. Because we want to be a light in a dark world. We want to give you something that's going to push you forward and push you further than you've ever been before. So we highlight those who are doing phenomenal things in the community and those thought leaders, engineers, enthusiasts that have a product or service that you might not otherwise see or hear about. So today is no different. But before I get started, I've got so much I want to share with you. I want to bring up the person that's behind the scenes at BHS and Associates, but so involved. She is the sexy, sassy, smart, oh so spicy Shani Smith.
I think that oh so spicy part gets me every time. How are you doing today?
I am doing great and grateful. I'm so excited, Shani. It's like I haven't seen you in a week or a month or something crazy like that.
It's like that, but we're about to be all over each other. Wait, no diddy. But next month at the retreat.
That's gonna be a new phrase, right? No diddy.
No
diddy, like no doubt, baby.
Nothing like that. But we are about to spend some extra days. I'm just saying. We're about to spend a weekend together, learning together, releasing together,
coming up
higher together.
It's like almost as if we haven't done this before. It's almost as if we know what to expect, but we don't. That's what's so phenomenal. So first I want to talk about today. I want us to talk about the gifts that we've been given. The gifts that we've been given. Every single one of us comes to this planet with a gift, a thing, a passion, a purpose that only you can accomplish. Only you can accomplish it the way you accomplish it. Only you can do it the way you do it. Take Shani Smith, for example. I couldn't cook a mushroom at all until I met Shani Smith. And she has a story to tell, like all of us. I want her to share just a snippet of how she got started in one of the most phenomenal businesses of creating flavorful spices with healthy benefits. Shani?
Ooh, you put me on the spot. Okay. Well, I mean, the short of it is that food has always been my love language. Always. It's always been something really special for me that I get to share with other people. In fact, I usually get better pleasure in just watching them than partaking myself. And what turned into what I thought was really the worst season of my life, no pun intended, was taking care of my mom as she suffered with dementia.
Right.
And at the time, in the beginning, she was still taking her medications that were prescribed by her doctor, but she would not take it. She'd either hold it in her mouth, she'd spit it out, she'd do anything but swallow the darn thing, right? So we would crush it, and I'd put it in her applesauce and things like that. And I'm got to the place where I'm let's just stop. Can we just stop giving her this stuff, you know? And I am a proponent of of not dealing with Western medicine. You know,
Right.
I'm anti the establishment in that case. So I'm always going to look to the herb first. Not saying that in an emergency or, you know, absolutely I
Right.
believe that we should make use of the gifts that other people have of medicine and technology. However, I'm not somebody who's about to just take anything without doing my research. So
Right.
I would use things like I take sea moss. I've been taking that for years, well before this pandemic. Well before the pandemic, I've been taking elderberry, those kind of things. So I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna put it in her food. Pandemic hits, and I'm like, I'm not taking her out to get a vaccine. I'm not gonna put her through that. I don't know what kind of side effects it might be. So let me start giving it to her. But then I'm like, this is too extra. Now I got to make food for my mom. I got to make food for my dad. I'm making food for my house. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it, and nobody noticed. So I'm like, all right, this is a thing. This is absolutely a thing. So I would say to my dad, like, you know, I made a batch of sea moss. Do you want some? And he's like, that doesn't even sound like something you should eat. So no. So, well, you know, you've had it for about 6 months now. You're very much still alive. Go ahead and Google it, see what you think about it. And, you know, let's have the conversation. And then, you know, once he did do his research, then he was all in. And it
Well,
was like,
before you go on past that, let the people know the healthy benefits of sea moss. Just that ingredient alone.
just that alone. Sea moss has 92 of the 102 minerals that our bodies are made of. There are so many things that it can help you with. I mean, something as simple as period relief, okay, to eczema issues, to clarity, to and inflammation. Like there is so much, and we know that plants are medicine. Like we've known that for forever. In fact, there are
92.
so many things that you can't take, so many medications that you can't take and eat certain things because those things were used to make the medicine.
92
So
out of 102,
92 out of the
Shani.
102. You know, there's so many issues that can just be just that. Sea moss and just some water. Like people don't even understand just how simple this thing is. So as I mixed it in her food, they didn't notice. They were all cool with it. I'm like, this is a thing. This will be a way for me to get in everybody's kitchen. I can't cook for everybody, but if I can make a blend that takes the guesswork out, all you have to do is add this. Now, if you know how to cook, zhuzh it up by all means. But if you don't, they won't know.
It's
So I
usually,
came up with the blends.
you
Say
should
that.
just use it.
I mean, you could sprinkle to the gods, say, stop. Let it not be salt, though. Sprinkle to the gods, say, stop. And you can do it. But if you can't, I handled it. So, like, once I figured out how to make this one blend, the very first one was Island Passion. And it has ashwagandha in it, which is very much like nature's Zoloft. It helps lower your cortisol levels. It helps stress relief, anxiety relief, but it has a very strong pungent flavor.
Hey, Island Passion is the first one you started. I thought you started with Mary Green. So
Nope.
Island Passion is great if you're eating whole food, vegetable based. It is great with chickpeas. It is great.
Delicious with chickpeas.
Anything that you want an island flavor with,
Mhm.
any curry base that you want to cook up, you need you some Island Passion.
You absolutely
Trust
do.
me on this one.
Yeah. I mean, it was because there was different stages of her dementia where she would be like over the top anxious, you know. So I'm like, listen, here. I had to come up with something. And so even if I'm going to a repass and I'm volunteer to make something, I make something with Island Passion in it because that kind of really helps everybody calm down. So that was the first one. I'm like, all right, I duplicated again. It worked. Again, it worked. Double it, it still works. And I'm like, this is it. Now, what should I name it? I talked to my dad. I had a cupcake business before, and that was named after my maternal grandmother. And I'm like, how do you feel about me calling it Can Do Spice? Because he got that nickname because he can do a little bit of everything. And this right here can do a little bit of everything. So I was like, how you feel about it. Like, let's do it. Let's make this legacy. And that's what happened. And I struggled many times because I didn't have to market my other business. So I kind of struggled with my confidence, like whether I should do this or not. But then it occurred to me that this is clearly a God idea. Clearly. So most definitely I will get the provision and the guidance to make this thing happen. And here we are.
Because God doesn't give us the vision unless he gives us the provision.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that. Then I wasn't confident in that. But I'm absolutely like, so this is why you're here. So there, some people struggle. They have these gifts, but they struggle with how to, they're so focused sometimes on how do you turn that into a business? But that's not what you want to focus on. Like, how can I serve someone else? How can I change somebody else's life with my gift? And then let God handle the rest of that.
Well, you see, what happens is, and I had to learn this also, like you, Shani, the long and hard way, is our gifts are birthed from our struggles. Our gifts are birthed from our trials and our tribulations. And when we figure out that what we have is not for us,
that part. Yes.
What we have been gifted with is to serve others. That's when the magic, if there is such a thing, happens. And so that's why I want to talk about gifts today. We have 3 phenomenally gifted, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, phenomenally
be like me.
Women coming to the Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance retreat. It is a retreat and a conference. The retreat part is the 4-star hotel that you'll be staying in, namely the Hilton. That is a suite on the water. We are on the ocean front. Not you got to walk 2 blocks down and 4 blocks over. You step out on the hotel steps and your foot hits the sand when you get down to the bottom step. So we are in this phenomenal facility, and I don't really care nothing about the facility as much as I care about what you're going to get when you get there.
Yes.
Super excited to have the Dr. Obiama Martin. When I tell you this sister here is the real deal truth. She's a certified transformational facilitator, certified international leadership coach, a TEDx speaker, 7-time best-selling author, and the founder of the Amazing You National Holiday. She's the CEO of OMAX Institute. It's a center for early education, entrepreneurship, and leadership, and so much more. The founder of Breathe, House for Battered Women, Children, and Teen Parents. And guess what? She was one of those. And so out of her pain, birthed her gift. Again, one of the things I know for sure, when you meet Dr. Obiama Martin, she is down to earth and she's always wanting to gather with community. She is about the community. And if you are a sister out there looking for a community of women that are going to embrace you, love on you, and lift you up, this event is for you. Back to you, Shani.
What I love most about her is her transparency. And I don't know about for you, but for any person who is in a place where they are advising me or mentoring me in any situation, it is that transparent story, that out of the mud part that really turns me on and tuned in to exactly what they're saying and see how I can do it. When somebody is only telling you the pretty part of the picture, it goes usually right over my head.
Wow.
Although I can't relate to different levels of trauma, I can say that thankfully, prayerfully, thank God, I did not have, this traumatic experience, but it makes it so relatable and I can hear.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
And that's so valuable what you just said, because she is very transparent about her struggles. Next, we have the amazing, always up for the challenge, Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeil. See, I like that little Spanish name in there because I can speak a little
Spanish. To roll that off? Okay.
Lisa Santiago McNeil. She is the Empowerment Publishing. I want to say empowering duo. She is part of the empowering duo, but Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia. This woman here is not only a marketing genius that can help you propel your business, but she is a lover of the Lord. And I'm telling you, when you're in her presence, the largeness of the Lord surrounds you. The greatness of God engulfs you, because that is who she is. And you're going to get an opportunity. She's so much more than that. But you're going to get an opportunity to be in her presence and glean from her, talk to her, hear from her. Just listening to her voice puts a shockwave in your system of goodness and greatness of God. Back to you, Shani. What do you got to say about Lisa Santiago McNeil?
What don't I have to say about Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeil? First, let's rewind back to the very first conference, right? What her role was there, and then what happened afterwards.
That part.
The storytelling alone, the way she goes up and down and intriguing on a dime.
Well, you didn't tell the people what happened. You told them, you skipped to the storytelling part. You didn't tell them what happened.
I didn't tell them what happened. Should I tell them what happened?
Yes, tell them what happened.
He was there to support Brian K. McNeil.
He was the one that was invited to speak.
He was the speaker.
At the women's conference.
At the women's conference. Because he is quite the marketing genius.
He is that.
That's it. Sales strategist, period.
Yeah.
But the irony of the both of them being involved in sales and marketing, being involved in empowering people at the same time. He's doing a men's empowerment. She's doing a women's empowerment. They don't know each other. And it's called men's empowerment and women's empowerment. And then they meet and put that together.
Yeah.
The way she broke down stories that you hear all your life, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And make it so relatable. And then on a dime, you can say one thing to her and she's got 5 solutions for you.
Yeah.
Just like that. Like, how'd you come up with that? You weren't even prepared for that. How did you come up with 5 solutions for me?
That's her gift.
No.
That's her gift. So if you're looking for any kind of marketing, messaging, memorable movement in your business, in your life, Lisa Santiago McNeil, Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeil can get you there. You're not going to want to miss her. You're not going to want to miss her.
No.
And then last, but certainly not least, I just got to chill, is the one, the only, Kemi Oyeshala. She hails from Lagos, Nigeria. And she's so bad. In her title, in her name, she has Kemi I Don't Care Oshiala.
Okay. Period. With a capital T on the end of period.
Now, why she say she don't care? She is a woman of God who is all about bringing other women, especially African-American women and African women, up higher. That's her whole target, and she don't care if you don't like her target. She is about bringing us together, and she's about, most of all, how to think. Yep. She has a brand, how, the number 2, think. Now, if you think or you thought you knew how to think, you're not going to miss this sister here. No. She is so powerful. Another woman of God. Now, let me tell you that she is going to broadcast from London. Her talk is going to be virtual. However, it's not going to make a difference virtual or in the room.
Not at all.
Because when she brings it, she brings it. We met, again, for those of you who recognize accidents or coincidence, we met by happenstance. We were both on a platform speaking with a young man. We won't name his name right now. But we were speaking for his event, and we met there and hit it off instantaneously. After the broadcast was over, we connected, and we have been, this has been 2 years now.
2 years, I was going to say at least 2 years.
We have been connected ever since. And I am so delighted that she consented to do the broadcast. It's going to be late for her in Nigeria, but she's willing to do it because she knows how important it is to pour into you. Now, let me tell you who this conference is not for. It's not for you if you've never felt like you weren't good enough. It's not for you. It's not for you if you've never experienced imposter syndrome. Not for you. It's not for you if you've ever felt less than your potential. It's not for you.
Not for you.
It's not for you if you don't want a sisterhood of women who want to embrace you, encourage you, empower you, and uplift you to the next level. It's not for you.
Right.
But if you want all of what I just talked about, this conference is for you. Not only will you leave with a strategies and tools, tips and techniques to level up your life, and you don't have to necessarily be a business owner. If your life needs a little dusting off, if you
or a lot of dusting off,
you stuck, if you sick and tired of being sick and tired, this conference is for you.
Right. You know you have gifts, but you're not sure which one to hone in on. You don't know how to go about doing anything other than being what you've been. You should be there. You need to be there.
You're looking for some refreshing ideas, some things that you couldn't have thought of you couldn't have thunk them up yourself. This is the place for you. And let me tell you, every single time, this is our 3rd annual, and every single time we have this event, women walk away with like they're walking on clouds, and they go and 10x, 20x, 50x their lives and or their businesses. Am I right?
Am I right or am I right? You are right.
Yes or yes. So I'm saying this to you not because it's our retreat. I'm saying it to you because this is an intimate, not everybody's invited, 30 people max, because we truly believe that being close and intimate and invitation only. We're inviting you, but you still got to apply. We're inviting you, but you still got to know that there's a select few people that get into this event. There's a select few. And if you're one of those, I promise you, there's no guarantees in life but taxes and death. But I can guarantee you will not be the same when you leave Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance. Shani.
It's virtually impossible. Okay. And if you said it, you were the same, you're lying. And that's that's on that. That's on my word. You're lying. You're the same. It is. I don't know why. I can't say why, but I'm more excited this year than other years. And I guess it's because of the impact that I experienced.
And we learned some things.
Oh my gosh.
We've learned, we've grown.
Yeah.
as a result of this conference, as a
Mm-hmm.
result of planning it. And we want it to be such an experience, the experience of it all coming
Mm-hmm.
together. And we went, Ella House and I, the event planner for the BHS and Associates team, went to see the hotel, and it sparked all of those emotions again of
Mm-hmm.
being in that space and expecting knowing what these ladies don't know to
Right.
expect.
Right. Right. And the excitement of watching them have the aha moment that you had 2 years ago. It's like, it's like you want to say, like, I told you it was coming. I had no idea it was gonna be this good, but I told you it was coming. Like that aha moment, that it's just indescribable what it feels like to watch a woman dust off and put on her cape and know who she is.
Right. Confidently, boldly
Mm-hmm.
unleash the warrior that's already in her and
Mm-hmm.
know who she is, but by the time she leaves the conference, and I just
Mm-hmm.
started this. Thank you, Holy Ghost, for the download. What we want to do, take a note here. What we want to do is ask each woman how they feel when they come. We want them to document, kind of a diary, what they feel, how their emotions, what they're carrying. They don't have to show it to us. I just
No.
want them to document how they're feeling when they
Mm-hmm.
enter the place. And then we want to know how you feel or how you felt upon leaving. And I want you to check that delta.
Right.
Check the difference.
Right. 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 Like journaling, particularly a prayer journal. Journaling is the way you get to really see and recognize what is happening,
Yeah,
how these blessings are unfolding. Like it's almost as if you are creating
you are.
your life.
You are.
Without it, you forget. We love to forget all the things that we've done and just
Right.
focus on these couple things that are on our back
To-do
right
list.
now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just thinking back, this is September. We're nearly at the end of we are at the end of September. In these 9 months, I have leaps and bounds over 2023.
Yep. Me too.
And I'm not even finished yet. The fourth quarter is about to be so
Blow
strong, not even strong,
up.
so strong that it's going to knock my socks off. I already know. I got the download a couple months ago that watch me work.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, watch me work.
And that's incredible. It's incredible to know that we have been trying to do stuff in our own strength. That's the other
Mhm.
thing. If you are not a person with spirit that wants spirituality in your life, this conference is
Mhm.
not for you.
No.
And listen, I was the diehard saying, it's for everybody. Let's just invite everybody. No.
Mm-mm.
Some spiritual warfare we just not going to even invite.
Mhm.
I might be getting zinged for that by my team afterwards, but listen, I
No,
now know
I'm on board.
what I didn't know in 2021, 2, 3, 22, 23, 24. In 22, when we started this thing, I thought it was me starting the conference.
Burn.
I thought I was doing something. I didn't know what I was doing, truth be told. I just knew
Mhm.
that I wanted to bring some ladies together. I thought we could kumbaya. And I was told, you brought those ladies together. They were vulnerable and you didn't have a plan for them afterwards. You opened up all their wounds and left their guts on the table. That never happened again. That thing hit my soul when I was told that by a spiritual advisor. This was your opportunity to give them something to carry them through the next 12 months till they came back again. Honey, let me tell you, it's gotten better. As the old people say, it's gotten gooder and gooder and gooder every year. And this year is going to blow your mind. That's all I got.
So how do you get in the room? How do you get
That's it. That's all.
to the
How
retreat?
do you get in the room? That's a great question. Go to barbarahsmith.com. When you go to the website, the banner for the retreat and all the information is right there. It pops right up when you go to barbarahsmith.com. Check out all the information. It's all there. We didn't miss a beat. Everything's there, including the investment. Now, if you can't invest in yourself, well, that part. Anyway, the investment is there. We have all kinds of options for you. Just come on in and see if you can get approved to come to the conference. Because we used to just invite everybody, but everybody ain't invited. Just saying.
Period.
Because we are very protective of the people who say yes. And we make sure that your spirit is going to be helped by this conference. That's it. That's all. And how do we know that? We know that because we ask the God, the one who makes the spirit. We ask and we pray and we seek and we knock and then we wait for the answer. Because they that wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings of eagles. They'll run and not be weary, and they'll walk and not faint. We'll see you in the conference. We know what time it is. It's time for you to step into your greatness. Stop playing. Unleash the warrior within, because the world truly is waiting for you. That's our show. Thank you so much for being here. Shani, you want to say something on the way out?
I'm just saying, I hope to see your lovely soul next month. Not you. Not that I don't want to see you. I'm talking about the woman out there who just heard what they heard and know that we describe everything that is in you, about you, that needs to be healed. I'll see you next month.
We'll see you. We're out of here. Thank you so much, Mark.
Wall Street Hackers are up next.
That's it. Wall Street Hackers up next.